My job is to talk about Harry Potter information, and in my time of doing that, I have seen a plague of misinformation about this series.
They never learn. Such a pity.
I think one of the main reasons for this is the wealth of fan fictions out there online. However, the fan fiction writers are not the ones in the wrong, nor are they the reason why this plague of misinformation is spread so widely online. The people responsible for this are short form creators, and not all of them, but a select few.
Did you know that Xenophilius Lovegood is Lucius Malfoy's brother?
With TikTok, Instagram Reels, and even here on YouTube with YouTube Shorts, people will just make up the most outlandish and false facts, and people actually believe them. Like, look at this. So the first thing that I typed in was Harry Potter facts on Instagram Reels, and I'll just show it on the screen. But basically it says that Bellatrix Lestrange attended Hogwarts in 1962 and was sorted into Gryffindor. Like, are you kidding me? This is at the top of Harry Potter information on Instagram Reels.
He can't be trusted.
And also the fact that it has a watermark, which means that there is a problem with people stealing his content and re-uploading it, which just shows how much this misinformation is spread. And then if we go to TikTok, I typed in Harry Potter facts, and one of the first things that came up was the sad things about Draco, and the first slide of a fact says he spoke good things about Harry to Dobby. Like, no, he didn't. That is just completely made up.
That's rubbish!
And people will actually believe these short form creators and then come to my long form videos and say that I got facts wrong, or say that I left out important details that they saw online and were just completely false. My answer to them is always the same. Do not believe everything you see online.
I'm sorry, Professor. I must not tell lies.
Today, I'm going to go through all of the misinformation that I've seen online, because I've been keeping a list. For the last year, every time I saw a comment in my comment section that had a false fact, I wrote it down. I then did a little bit more research when I decided it was time to put this video idea into action. There's this feature on YouTube Studio where you can search throughout your entire comment section throughout your channel's entire run and put in specific words. And that's exactly what I did. When I looked up each piece of information that I collected, I tallied up how many times it was said in my comments. The rule for this, though, is that it had to crop up at least 15 times.
Brilliant.
If you enjoy this video, please consider liking and sharing. It will greatly help sustain and grow the channel. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, and you can also follow me on all of my other social medias, all of which are linked down below, and all of which house similar content that I make here on this channel. Now that I've said that, let's get into it.
Oh bloody hell, here we go.
Okay, so the first one has 119 comments, and the fact was that George wasn't able to produce a Patronus after Fred's death. This one is pretty widely believed. I feel like most people think that this is canon, which is pretty bad. Alright, next one. This one had 112 people comment this. And it is, when Lupin died, the Marauders Map forever said mischief managed and never opened again. Again, this was never said in the series or any extended lore that we've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie though, this is one of the better made up facts. Like, it's kind of nice. Next, with 99 mentions, we have the fact that Lucius and Xenophilius were brothers. I feel like the only basis for this is that they both have long blonde hair. But some also said that Xenophilius had been dishonored, which is why he was not associated with the Malfoy family in the original series. The main place that I got this comment was on my family tree video that went through like all of the families throughout all of Harry Potter. A lot of people were like, oh, you missed this connection because Xenophilius is related to Lucius.
What?
Alright, next one. Neville and Luna got married, and 98 people said this. This one, I guess it's just movie fans. People ship Neville and Luna because of the movies, but yeah, no, they were never together. Neville ended up marrying a woman named Hannah Abbott, and Luna ended up marrying Newt Scamander's grandson, Ralph Scamander. All right, the next one is that the Potter's cat is Crookshanks, and this one also had 98 mentions. So this one is a pretty widely known theory that I think a lot of people just sort of adopted as canon. But one thing that people say about this theory is that this explains why Crookshanks knew Sirius as well as Pettigrew, because they frequented the Potter's house in Godric's Hollow, and also why he recognized Sirius and Pettigrew in their animal forms. And I think one of the main things for this is the Pottermore art that came out, which depicted baby Harry, Lily, and James, and they're holding a cat that looks a lot like Crookshanks. So I get that one. I get why people believe that one, but yeah, no, it's not true. The next one has 92 mentions in my comment section, and that is that Cho and Dudley got married. It sounds pretty outlandish at first, but I guess there is a little bit of information for it. Like, it says that in actual lore, it says that Cho found love and married a muggle. And then for Dudley, we know that he got married, but it's unknown who he actually did marry. And some other comments took this even further, saying that they actually had wizard and witch children who went to Hogwarts. Can you imagine Petunia and Vernon's reaction if they found out that their grandchildren were literal wizards who ended up going to Hogwarts, the place that they hated so much? Next one, we got another one with Lucius, and this one has 88 mentions in my comments. It is that Lucius's sister is Pandora Lovegood. So people have said that Lucius is related to both Xenophilius and Pandora, meaning they said he was related to both of Luna's parents. Like, one of them had to be wrong, and if one's wrong, they should have been like, maybe I should question this, you know?
Right you are, Harry.
But yeah, this was another one that was commented on my family tree video. And they're always like, oh, you didn't connect Lucius and the Malfoys to Pandora Lovegood. Like, we know nothing about Pandora at all. We know that she was Luna's mother, that she had blonde hair, and that she liked to experiment with things which led to her death. That's literally all we know. Moving on to the next one. Oh god. We have another one with Pandora Lovegood. And it is that Rodolphus Lestrange is her brother. This has 86 mentions. Like, all of this misinformation contradicts itself, so why are we believing it? Next one is that Mad-Eye Moody was a Hufflepuff. So I made a video where I sorted people that were not sorted in canon. And one of them was Mad-Eye Moody, because we do not know his house. And people kept being like, Morgan, you are totally wrong. Mad-Eye was sorted into Hufflepuff. And I was like, there are so many comments saying this. Like, did I mess up? I was almost sure that I didn't. I Googled it, and then AI said, yes, Mad-Eye Moody is a Hufflepuff. I looked into it some more, and no, he's not in Hufflepuff. These false facts were so prevalent that they literally fooled Google AI. Google AI says that Mad-Eye Moody is officially in Hufflepuff. Moving on to the next one. Jesus. We have another one with Pandora, and apparently she's the sister of Evan Rosier, according to 81 people in my comment section. Like, dude, like, all of this contradicts itself. So somebody tell me, is Pandora Lovegood just like a constant topic in fan fictions, like in Harry Potter fan fictions? I don't know. Like, Pandora was such a nothing character in the series, and then all of a sudden she's popping up left and right.
Obviously.
All right, this next one is absolutely terrible. So, 77 people commented this. The fact is that Lily Potter was pregnant with her second baby when she was killed by Voldemort. No, she wasn't.
The answer's still no. Absolutely and unequivocally no.
And if that wasn't bad enough, multiple people in my comment section said that Snape would have been made the godfather, and some said that it was after Lily convinced James that Snape was good, that she convinced him that Snape should be the godfather. What? Are you kidding me? First off, Lily was not pregnant. Second, she would never make Snape the godfather. Lily had not talked to him since their 5th year at Hogwarts, and Snape was his worst enemy. Why are 77 people believing this?
It's completely mental.
Isn't it?
Okay, the next one is a theory, and it is that Nagini was the snake released at the zoo. So I get that this is like a cool theory, but JK confirmed multiple times that this was not the case. She actually seemed a bit ticked off that people kept believing this fan theory. In a tweet, she said, "No, I thought I'd shot that one down. The escaped boa constrictor and philosopher's stone wasn't Nagini. It was never Nagini. That's an incorrect but very persistent fan theory." She's obviously very fed up with people just coming up with, well, random facts that aren't true.
Mental, that one, I'm telling you.
I thought this one was crazy. It is that Charlie Weasley and Viktor Krum got married. 74 people said this. I was flabbergasted, but apparently this is a pretty big thing in fan fictions. Like, there's a lot about them, and people are saying that there's a lot of proof. I went and looked, and here's some of the main things that came up. So both are Quidditch enthusiasts, so that makes them, I don't know, compatible. And then they have comparable personalities, like they like adventure and physical outdoor activities. Since neither Viktor nor Charlie is depicted, this is taken right from like a fan trying to argue that they were together. Since neither Viktor nor Charlie is depicted with a confirmed long-term romantic partner in the books, fans like me enjoy imagining them as part of the LGBTQ+ community, creating more representation in the wizarding world. We know that Viktor likes women. He was with Hermione and he had an interest in Ginny. And he even had a line where he said, "What is the point of being famous if all of the good-looking girls are taken?"
You have no business here.
Let's move on to the next one. Draco can't cast a Patronus because he has no happy memories. 74 people said this. So I actually found this fact in a reel, and it literally says, according to J.K. Rowling. They're acting like they have this confirmed fact from the author of the series when they don't at all. And the crazy thing is that we know so little about Draco's Patronus that we don't even know what shape it takes. So how are we supposed to know that he could never cast it again, much less just assume that he has no happy memories? He had happy memories, dude. But after that, we have another Draco one, and this one has 66 mentions. It is that Draco was sad at Fred's funeral. It's never even been stated anywhere that Fred even had a funeral. If there's nothing about the funeral, how would Draco be sad at it? All right, the next one is that Newt Scamander gave Voldemort's mother shelter when she was pregnant. Like, that's... I don't know, dude. The next one, Alice Longbottom's maiden name is Pruitt, and this would mean that she was related to Molly Pruitt, aka Molly Weasley. This came up 58 times, and it is not true. All right, so the next one, Lavender became a werewolf, and this had 57 mentions. And this one I kind of get, because what happened to her was kind of left up in the air. She was bitten by Greyback during the Battle of Hogwarts, and I think most inferred that she just died because Greyback was known for killing when he bit. Like, he didn't just turn people into werewolves, he actually killed them and took it too far. But I don't even think it was the full moon, so he wasn't even in his werewolf form, so I don't even think that he could make her a werewolf even if he tried. Alright, the next one is that Lorcan Lovegood married Julian Flint. This had 54 mentions. And at first I was like, who the hell is Julian Flint? So I looked it up, and it turns out she's not a character from the series. She's from a fanfiction story and is the daughter of Marcus Flint, the Slytherin Quidditch captain in the original series. So as I said, Lorcan in canon was the daughter of Luna and Ralph Scamander. But he obviously did not marry Julian Flint, considering that she's not a real person, even though 54 people believe that. Next one is Filch is McGonagall's son, with 51 mentions. This one I see exactly where it came from. In the scene where Filch runs in during the Battle of Hogwarts, or right before the Battle of Hogwarts, McGonagall says that he's a blithering idiot.
Students in the corridor!
They are supposed to be out of bed, you blithering idiot.
And then he proceeds to say, sorry, ma'am.
Sorry, Mom.
but he said it in a weird way, I guess with an accent. I don't really know. And it sounded like he said, "Sorry, Mom." It was interesting to go back to all of the comment section because it goes all the way back to my very early YouTube career when I made my Minerva McGonagall Life Of video. And that's where most of these comments came from. They were like, why didn't you mention that she had a son named Filch? This is a very weird question considering that they're about the same age and Filch might even be older. I don't know. 51 people. Okay. The next one, this is actually one that I really like and I kind of wish had happened. I don't know. It said that Fawkes tried to cry on Dumbledore's hand after the Horcrux injury, but Dumbledore said to him, "Not this time, old friend." I don't know who came up with that one, but that one's pretty good. But again, it's not true. The next one is that Sirius Black was expelled from Hogwarts in his 6th year, and 32 people said that in my comment section. In the actual book, The Order of the Phoenix, Sirius mentioned that in their 7th year, Lily and James started dating. So clearly, he was there for their 7th year. The next one has 27 mentions, and it is that Hermione had an older sister named Felicity. There's so much proof that Hermione is an only child. Like, she sent her parents away when she was going on her mission with Harry and Ron, so she clearly would have had to send her sister away too. She went on a skiing trip, or was supposed to go on a skiing trip with her parents. No mention of her sister. I'm not even gonna keep going. Like, you guys know that that's not true. I know that 27 people do think it's true. Next one, Harry's daughter Lily married Scorpius Malfoy, Draco's son, and they had 4 kids together. 25 people said this. We know virtually nothing about Lily, much less anything about any of their kids' lives past the cursed child. So no, they didn't end up together, nor did they have 4 kids. And this is also weird because in The Cursed Child, it was not Lily that Scorpius liked, it was Rose, the daughter of Ron and Hermione. Alright, the next one, the Granger family married a member of the Black family, meaning that they had wizard blood in their past. And crazily enough, one comment even said that this made them a pureblood family. That's not how that works, first of all. And by the way, 22 people said this. Alright, the next one, with 21 mentions, it says that George ended up with Hermione. We literally know that Hermione ended up with Ron, and we know that George ended up with Angelina Johnson, and they both had kids with each of their partners. So I'm sure that there are loads more fake facts about Harry Potter out there online. I feel like I've barely scratched the surface with this video. Hopefully what this video does is make people realize that you shouldn't believe everything that you read online.